Hey, sports fans. This is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes. I wanted to jump on real quick this morning and talk about a possible scenario that can happen in college football this year, 2024. As you all know, we have four Power Four conferences, and the possible top teams in each one of those conferences have a chance to play each other three times in this college football season. Let me see if I can explain this scenario to you. Let's take the Big 12 for instance. If Utah and Oklahoma State meet up in the regular season, which they do, if both of them have outstanding records, let's say Utah goes undefeated and Oklahoma State loses one game to Utah. Then they meet again in the college football, in the Big 12 championship. Then, say Oklahoma State beats Utah and wins the Big 12. They automatically get into the college football playoffs. But with Utah only having one loss to Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship, they probably will be ranked in the top 12 and get in to the college football playoffs and could possibly meet again somewhere along the lines in that 12 team college football playoffs. That's three times in one season. Let's take the ACC. Let's look at Florida State and Miami. Just think if they had the same scenario. They play against each other. Miami runs the table and goes 12 and 0, or let's say they go 11 and 1 and lose to Florida State in the regular season, then meet up again in the ACC championship game and beat Florida State. Both teams will be at that point 11 or 12 and 1, and then Miami gets the bid because they won the ACC, and then Florida State gets in because they're one of the top 12 teams. Just think about the Big Ten and Ohio State and Oregon. They play in the regular season. If one of them wins that game and goes undefeated, and the other one only has that one loss, then they could possibly play again. Well, they will play again in the Big Ten championship game, and then they could possibly play again in the 12 team playoff. And let's look at the SEC and Georgia and Texas. They play in the regular season. If the loser only loses that one game and the other goes undefeated, then they could possibly meet in the SEC championship game. And if they do, that's twice, and then the champion goes into that slot as an automatic into the Big 12. In the 12 team playoff. Then you have the other team will not be outside the top 12, and then you have another chance to play each other again for a third time. There are multiple scenarios in each conference like that where a team could come out like that and play three times. I think that's amazing that you can get an opportunity to play three times in one season. That will make for good football, especially if those games are all close games in the regular season, then in the championship game, then also in the playoffs. That would be great if it happens. We'll wait and see. But once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. I wanted to hop on real quickly and just share that thought while I had it on my mind. Hopefully, I didn't, stutter a little bit too much or mix up my words too much. But I want to appreciate you for tuning in and supporting the channel. Continue to do so. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Tell them to support the channel as well, because that's how we grow our channel. Once again, I want to thank you. Hook 'em.